Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another trailer review for MyStreet Season 6, the final trailer review, which came out yesterday. However, I had a show yesterday, so I didn't notice until a lot later, and so now I've seen it, and now I review it. So this trailer there were no social media clues, no other additions that either Jess or Jason have had to hint about anything else. It just seems to be a definitive trailer in a normal fashion with not much of a background into it. And as a result, there is also no segue that I have into this video. So let's watch the trailer. So I guess in the first 10 seconds we've already got confirmation that the Lycan estate is in fact on Falconclaw, and that is their official place of residence. It was implied before, but now we have proof that it's actually where they live, because I'm pretty sure that this trailer is set in the present, but it's uncertain. And so at the front of what appears to be a darker red version of a Pokemon Center, we have an armored guard. Very interesting, actually. I guess the Lycan family seem to want to stick to tradition. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that.
I'm getting too old for this.
What was that noise?
And so a familiar face reappears in the form of Agent R. He knows how agents in the past have infiltrated into the place that they were employed. The question, of course, is, what on earth is he doing back there now? The inclusion of the armoured guards is also interesting because it means that they're most likely a different division to Derek's agents, because those ones just wore regular suits and looked like the stereotypical Secret Service agents of the modern day. Which is probably the reason that Agent R knows that he does not need to use his old uniform, although he is quite recognisable since he's wearing the same sunglasses as before and is no longer in his cover clothes or in any form of incognito apart from just black attire to camouflage himself, which means that even if he were to be seen, he would have no form of defense for himself. So I guess his plan is something very specific that he can't exactly cover for. I mean, why else would he be returning to the Lycan estate after Aaron's moved out?
East Wing, report. Ugh. East Wing is clear.
And this is where the plan goes very interestingly. If that guard was being called for a status report, and the guard has a specific voice that you can't imitate, don't knock him out before he states the room is clear. You could have just as easily done that after he left. Or she, you can't actually tell. I mean, I'm hoping that that guard is a he, because otherwise that voice matches even less.
Are you alright? You sound different. Yeah, I just coming down with something. I'm fine. I don't have much time.
Very subtle. The wolf poster hanging right on top of the Lycan estate. With all the rumours going around at the moment, that's probably not something you should keep there. Just saying, Derek and Rachel, take it down. You probably want to do that. Just some friendly advice here from your neighbourly fan YouTuber. I shall name the Room of Easter Eggs, for there are many. Isn't that the talking shield from Dreams of Istora? Can't remember what it's called. Maybe that's just the same design because of the mod or whatever, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I know that Blue Jay Studios has a whole team of artists behind them, but I don't actually know, because that could potentially open up a connection to Dreams of Istora, apart from my MyStreet multiverse theory. And a communication amulet from Minecraft Diaries. That too could draw a connection, but everyone basically knows about the connection between Diaries and MyStreet. It's common. Although what it's doing there is interesting, because obviously Aaron was never shown to use any communication amulets in Minecraft Diaries, so a potential line of descendants, possibly not. Unless, of course, the Lycan family is not descended from the original Aaron, and instead from a different line, and hence they're werewolves and he is human, because that would answer that as well. I'm reading too much into this, maybe it's just an Easter egg, because that's not the object of attention. The object of attention is conveniently separated from all the others in an individual urn that is lit more than the others. Very subtle, Derek. Very.
They're going to cut the phone soon, so I don't have much time to talk. I know it's a lot, but I need you to get it and bring it here. Consider it done.
Oh, that makes sense. So, the armoured guards aren't actually under the employment of Derek. They're reporting to somebody else. So, Agent R, who is obviously no longer officially employed by Derek, is the perfect man for the job because he wasn't on the employees roster anymore. Which means that Derek fired very few people. That's quite impressive. It seems that a path of reconciliation between the pair of them is open. Either that or they reconciled sometime before we actually saw them, which is, again, very positive. It shows that, you know, some problems can solve themselves off camera. It's a nice addition, I would say, but also that means that Derek is still in Starlight, as we knew Season 6 would be, and that briefcase is something that he needed to get someone else to acquire, because he's obviously not a stealth agent. What could that possibly be? Could it be something to do with the Eyes of an Ultima and the fact that of Gareth's transformation, which kind of didn't get quite resolved at the end of Season 5? We don't know yet. But I'm definitely certain that everyone is dying to find out.
Kept you waiting, huh?
So a very well rendered, but very slowly rendered at the same time, new logo for the series emerges. MyStreet When Angels Fall. And that to me only highlights more how much MyStreet has changed over the years. It's honestly shocking. It went from a comedy spin-off of a very serious series to a serious series in its own right, which may prompt a comedy spin-off of this series in the future. It's an interesting proposition, but just like that, the trailer ends, because the only thing afterwards is May the 5th, first 3 episodes. Now, it may be that during the slow scene, the slow black screen part, that you may get something else. There may be something that you could brighten and figure out. I know we didn't get the trailer in the style of Diaries Season 3, presenting all of the characters, but honestly, thinking it through, maybe we don't need that kind of trailer. Maybe we need these kind of trailers to set up kind of what is going on, set up the premise for it, and then explore that in more detail. We know the characters, and because the season is set mostly in Starlight, I guess you could say that, most of it, you can't really introduce many new characters, because there's been already too many coincidences of characters that are there to begin with. It would be very odd for there to be more. So I guess this is just the kind of trailer style that we needed. And I guess that goes for all 3, I'd say. Maybe I was mistaken. I indeed misjudged. But oh well, make of that what you may. And on that note, until next time, farewell.